The interior and chassis are finished, the body has dried up and cured well enough for me to move on to the next stage, so I could start off with the glass, just masking it off, then marking it off with a pencil, cutting it out and painting the black edges before moving on to detailing the body and finishing this build off. With the windows now all finished, I could move on to the clear parts for the rear. These needed to have a red color on the surrounding areas, and the middle section needed to stay clear for some of the reverse lights, I believe. I'm not sure what they are for, but they needed to stay clear. So I just painted the edges with a couple of layers of Tamiya clear red, and then let that dry. Now normally I would do this with a permanent red marker, as that's a lot quicker, but in this case the lens was all clear and had no markings on it, so it wouldn't really look as good, so a couple layers of this clear red fixed that problem. The window rubbers on the model itself also needed to be painted, so I took out some more of that Vallejo black, then carefully brushed it on. The lower half of the side skirts and the lip on the front bumper needed to be painted black, so I just masked it off and then carefully airbrushed that on. I wanted to add a little bit of carbon fiber details to the car itself. On the exterior I decided to add some on the rear spoiler, and on the interior I added some on the back of the seat. All of the detailing has been finished, so I could move on to the final assembly. Pretty much everything you see here is glued together with Super Gold Plus from BSI, as it doesn't really haze and it sticks the parts together well enough. The main clear part was glued on initially. The glue didn't really need to be there, as it's pretty much a friction fit. The sides need to fit over the side of the door on top. As you can see here, it's a bit of a tight squeeze, but if you manage to do so without ruining the paint, it will stay there and won't ever get out again. Some more parts were added, like the gas filler, and then I could finish off some details in the headlights and glue those in as well. Recently I've received a couple questions on how I assemble the body and chassis together. Well, it's a bit of a push and pull. Some parts need to be pulled out, not really that far, but they just need a bit of a tug and a pull here and there, and also a tight squeeze or pull. So I figured what easier way to do it than just show how I do it and not speed it up. It's not really that clear probably, but you get the idea. It's pretty much the same on every model. Some need to be pulled here, others need to be pushed there, but it's the same idea. The chassis, interior, and body are now together, so I could move on to finishing off the final details. A couple parts needed to be glued together before they could be stuck onto the body. And there you have it. The wing is on, the end plates are on, and this build is done. Overall, not too bad. The kit itself is pretty expensive, though the interior is nicely detailed. The chassis isn't really. It doesn't fit together all that well on the chassis side, but overall it's not too bad, and with some aftermarket decals, there are a lot of different versions you can make out of this car, or even do it just like I did in a sort of street version or more privately owned track car. So I'm pretty happy with the way it came out. I really like the look of the car, and I enjoyed the build, even though it didn't really fit on some spaces. That is doable, and if you know what you're doing, just be on the lookout for some of these non-fitting parts. It's very nice to build.